Hello everyone and welcome back to our continued playthrough of Final Fantasy VI Pixel Remaster, also known as Final Fantasy III in the United States. So picking up where we left off, we just completed all three scenarios, and the three groups have arrived at Narshe, and now a decisive battle is about to unfold. Here's Sabin. That's not true. The Empire is poised to attack Narshe. Kefka. So we're heading up into the mountains. So Celeste was artificially infused with magic. Cyan doesn't trust anyone from the Empire because of what they did to his poor wife and son. Alright, so let's go ahead here and do some equipping. So we want to give Terra the, I think, who I want to have the earrings. I'll give Terra the earrings and boost her magic attack. Optimal green beret, iron armor. Alright, let's talk to Locke. So you can do is switch around to do your equippings. So optimal. He is great for offense in this, so give him the Genji glove and the hyper wrist. Boost his strength. Alright, he's good. Let's move on to Celeste. Equip. She's actually dead here. Okay, must have been she took a hit. So, got her back. That's right, she died in the scenario. Okay, so equip. Let's take the earring off her, give her the star pendant. Optimal armor. Let's give the earring, other earring, to Terra. Magic defense goes down, but her magic power will go up. Okay, so Cyan, equip, optimal. Alright, Edgar, optimal mithril spear. We're not really going to use that because he's going to be doing all his tools. So let's see if we can clear that darkness from him. Good. Sabin. Optimal. Black belt. Prevents poison. Alright. And Gaw. Optimal. Alright, so let's switch back to Terra. Let's go up here and save. And we are ready to get this started. Alright, so the next thing to do is talk to Bannon. Tell him we are ready. So here's Mog. Protect the Esper from Kefka. Would you like an explanation? Sure. You'll be fighting in 3 parties, so use the ZL button to switch between them. Defeat Kefka before his men reach Bannon, or the battle is lost. After you've made 3 parties on the party formation screen, select Done to start the battle. Alright, so you need to make a main party and 2 secondary parties. My recommendation for a main party is as follows. Terra for curing and offensive abilities. Locke for offensive abilities. Now, Edgar for his strong attack, and Celeste for her runic. You'll see what I mean there. And you need to create 2 other parties. So basically, 1 in one, 2 in the other. So Sabin can hold his own. So can Gaw. So what I'm going to do is put Gaw with here. And if we're lucky, we won't need either of these 2 parties. So let's proceed. Here they come. So you can bum rush Kefka if you want, which is what my usual recommendation here is. You got to get through a bunch of these guys. So if you're playing in the Pixel Remaster, just put the default speed on run and go down and deal with each of these. Auto crossbow should take care of all of them. Deal with this Hell Rider here. Now you can steal from this guy if you want. My recommendation is just kill him as quickly as possible. Cure with Terra, attack with Locke, cure with Celeste. You can steal a mithril armor from him as his primary steal. His rare is an elixir. You can see Terra's magic is strong with 2 earrings attached. And there we go. Alright, we got a remedy. And let's deal... Whoops. I got stuck on these guys. That's right, her runic absorbs all magic on the field. Should take care of him. Alright, let's go deal. You can clear through these guys if you want. I'm not doing it on purpose. I keep getting stuck between them. Alright. So, let's now do a quick heal. And deal with Kefka. So here is the boss fight. Here, Kefka. Not very hard. Attack all the time with Locke, Edgar, Terra. Just keep throwing runics up with Celeste. She'll deal with Kefka's magic attacks. Kefka really doesn't stand much of a chance when you use this formation. Celeste will fix herself. His physical attacks are pitifully weak at this point. His magic attacks are the ones you have to watch for. So if you just keep using runics, you'll be protected. Just keep up on the physical attacks. And there we go. You beat Kefka and prevented him from getting his hands on the Esper. So now that we've done that, we get to enjoy this little cutscene here with the Esper. Ooh, Terra's reacting to the Esper. This is Terra's second encounter with the Esper. She turned into this pink thing. And she just flew away. There's flying. We passed over the returner's place there. There's the Figaro Desert. It was. We're flying over the ocean. And we see her disappear over a mountain range. Locke's awake. Terra looked like an Esper. Witness saw her streaking to the sky to the west. So we've all agreed to help out Terra and find her. So we're going to split up. So Figaro will take us to Kohlingen and Jidoor. They're on the western side. So here you get to form a party. So here it's entirely up to you who you want to use. My recommendations are to use Celeste, Locke for stealing, Edgar for his auto crossbow, and Sabin for his blitz. Also, you can use Gaw or Cyan if you feel fit. I personally don't use them at this point. I like this party. And then proceed. Alright, so if you want to change your parties at any time, you can simply come back to Narsh and do that. So being this is the first time we can actually explore Narsh here, we'll go ahead and check out what's going on here. There is an armor shop. Don't know if they have anything actually good. They do. So we don't have a whole lot of money, but we can see what we can buy here. So we could use 4 mithril shields. Now we don't need one for Locke because he has the Genji glove, so we only need 3. Magus hat. We have 2 in stock. Bandana. Iron helm. We have 1 in stock, 1 equipped. We could use 2 of these. Silk robe. Iron armor. We have 2 in stock, 1 equipped. So let's get 2 iron helmets. Equip Celeste optimal. Do we want to give her the green beret, or does she want... Actually, so she's better with the green beret. Alright. He's going to be good with the iron helmet and iron armor. Alright, so let's see what we can sell here. So we can sell leather armor, mithril sword is no use to us anymore. Nor is one of the great swords. Heavy shield. Silk robe. And the 1 iron helm we bought that we don't need. If you're really hurting for money, I reckon you could sell the peace ring that you got from Kefka, but I don't recommend it. So it's up to you if you want to equip Sabin with a shield. It does considerably increase his defense. I usually do not. Gonna give the mithril shields. Give her the 2 earrings. to boost her magic abilities. So we have Mithril Shield, good. Alright, so let's see what we can sell armor-wise again. The 2 heavy shields, the plumed hats, cotton robe gone. The white cape, it's up to you if you want to sell it. The shurikens I recommend saving. Alright, let's go see if there is a weapon shop, which I know there is. There it is. So here are some weapons. Mithril Spear, the only one that can have it we already got. Air Knife, Kotetsu, Mithril Claws. So I recommend getting 2 Mithril Claws for our boy Sabin. So we just gotta sell a little something else here. Oh, you can't put... I thought you could put 2. Alright, well, then I lied. So, we should go and get him. Ah, that's right, you have to use a Genji glove. Okay, that's correct. So, let's go back to the armor shop. And we'll pick up that Mithril Shield for him. So I am going to go ahead here and sell. The Metal Knuckles, don't need them anymore. Mithril Claw, I'll just sell one back. White Cape. We'll sell some of the green cherries to make the amount of money we need. Mithril Shield. There we go. Equip the Mithril Shield on Sabin. Takes his defense up to 143. That's good. Alright. So we are ready to move on here. So what we need to do is head down to Figaro Castle. Gosh, it's a bustling town. And head west over to the other continent. Alright, so if we all remember, Figaro is south of Narsh. I recommend fighting every fight on your way, even no matter how basic, just for the experience. Because trust me, we're going to need it. So here we are at Figaro. Let's see what's going on in Figaro Castle. So if you bring Sabin with you back for the first time, it's his first time back in the castle in a long time, he will go and split off and create a small cutscene. We can even go under the sand. Oh, you know, let's check out if there are any more tools for Edgar. Flash and drill. Alright, so we're going to sell something here for that. I'm going to sell the white cape. totally worth it to get the flash and the drill. Let's go see if we can find Sabin. Alright, so he wants us to rest. Yep. So while we rest, a cutscene will play out. Sabin's lost his father, sounds like. The king, yep. Edgar's chasing after his brother. So their mom died when they were born, and his father just passed away. Sabin blames the Empire, who supposedly poisoned their father. Sabin and Edgar are going to talk. They're going to toss a coin to decide their fate. The kings of Figaro. I guess there could be two kings? Alright. So after that cutscene plays out, Sabin will be back in our party. What you then want to do is come back down here and go down this stairwell. This guy will tell you to submerge and go to Kohlingen, which is on the western continent. Because apparently castles can do that. And we have arrived at Kohlingen on the western continent. So here we are. And now, as you can see by looking at the map, there is a little yellow dot to the north, which is where our destination is. So we're going to go ahead here and go up to Kohlingen. This is the village of Kohlingen. Now, if you go inside this house, and you have Locke in your party, you come down here, we learn that Locke is from here. And we get a little cutscene about Locke and Rachel. Rachel is the love of Locke's life, and he swore to protect her. So hence why you see he's very protective, and he became a treasure hunter. He's looking for something. To help her. So we will find out what that is later on in the game. Plays out in later on. So in the village of Kohlingen, there's not much else to do here. You can check out the weapons and armor shops. If you have 3 people in your party, you can get Shadow at this point in the game, but he will only be with you temporarily, and he's honestly not worth it. Mooring blade. So we should sell something here to get that. Let's see what else we don't need. The Peace Wing is a good thing to sell if you don't think you need it. It's entirely up to you. And can sell a couple of Phoenix Downs because we will buy more. Get the mooring blade. Attack goes up. So again, what you saw me do there is sacrifice some things for stronger weapons, and you'll see what it does. Look at Locke's attack power, 204. He's gonna blow through enemies. Armor shop, most of the same stuff. That's in Narsh. Nothing you need to really buy here, other than maybe an iron armor for Locke, if you didn't already get one, which I did not. Iron armor, his agility goes down, but his defense goes up, so that's fine. So Locke's defense is sacrificed because of his abilities with the Genji glove. So, with that said, let's head down to the next town, Jidoor. So looking at the map here, we are right at that red spot. We're going to follow along the coast and head down to Jidoor. So basically it's very easy to get to. Just head down the coast and follow the water line. Guys get stronger here, but you'll see with our upgraded abilities, we'll make quick work of them. There we go. Following down along the mountain range. Celeste's magic is pretty good when she has the 2 earrings on. And continuing down to our arrival at Jidoor. This is Jidoor. So let's check out what's for sale here. if there's anything better. Mithril shield, mithril vests, ninja gear. So ninja gear, mithril vest, we could get some of these. Mithril shield, we actually don't need any because we have them. So mithril vest. So in hindsight, maybe the iron armors weren't such a good investment. Yeah. Alright, so let's sell a couple of things here. Kempogi. The iron armor. So we'll come back here when we need to buy some other stuff. We can get some things here, mithril vests, ninja gear, mithril shields. Let's go ahead now and check out if there isn't a weapon shop. There is. So a bunch of stuff here. Kaiser Knuckles. You can buy these for Sabin if you want. Mooring Blade we already have. Kodachi is for not anyone in our party. That's for Cyan if you have him with you. Again, if you have Shadow with you. So not a lot useful at the weapon shop here. Alright. So at this point, we are ready to continue on up to Zozo. So let's do that now. Alright, so let's head up into the mountains, see if we can find Terra. There is our destination, so this is Zozo. So actually, before we do that, let's go ahead here and save. Hill Gigas. These guys are awesome. So, they're difficult, but give good rewards. Steal from them with Lock at every chance you get. You will get a Gigas armlet if you successfully steal from him. He has no common item. It's only the rare. So, super important to know. But this guy also packs a punch, so just be careful. Because he does this. As he dies. So just make sure you're fully healed when you come across this guy, and he's not that difficult. Zozo, never heard of it. So pretty much everyone in this town lies to you. Another one. See if a noise blaster works on this guy. It does. Confuses him. Couldn't steal. Pulls a drill. Just before he dies, he will always cast Magnitude 8. You can counter that with Float, if you have anything that makes you float. Alright. This is the pub in Zozo. Not much to do in here, I don't believe. Whoa, that was strong. Alright, Sabin fell in that, so we'll have to bring him back. This is where we go later on in the game. So, yep, nothing to do in here. Harvester. So what we're looking for is the inn. Gobbledygooks aren't that difficult. They fall pretty quick. As long as you've leveled up a little bit between when you came from Figaro to Kohlingen to Jidoor, this part is not that difficult. I believe the inn's up here. There's the inn, that's what we're looking for. There we go. Alright. So, the main reason we came up to the inn is there is a super good tool for Edgar. The clock hands have stopped, set the hour. So, I'm going to give you a spoiler right here. This will show you the code, the hours, minutes, and seconds for the clock. If you want to find them on your own, you can wander around Zozo and find it. The hour hand, you need to find the minute hand and the second hand information. Everybody in Zozo lies to you, so you have to take that into account. So if you don't want to be spoiled, close your eyes right now and mute your audio. So the hours are 6, the time is 10, and the seconds are 50. So when you do that, this hidden pathway will open, and you want to pick up this treasure chest, which is a chainsaw. Super awesome tool for Edgar. Has a 75% chance of getting a good attack, 25% chance of an instant kill. Instant kill only works on guys who can be instant killed. Let's take out that Veil Dancer before they do too much damage to us. Good. Just keep using Celeste to cure. Alright. So let's head down. We need to get up that building right there. So what we want to do is go in. Great people here. You can trust everything they say. You want to go into the relic shop here. Another Hill Gigas. Couldn't steal. There we go. We killed him before he cast Magnitude 8. That's good. Alright, into the relic shop we go. So you can talk to this guy, but he tells you, and there's definitely not one at the top floor of this building, so don't bother checking. So that means there is. There's a girl at the top of this building. So this building here is all pretty linear. Secure with Celeste there. Took a hit from that fire spell. So the Veil Dancer costs aura level spells, or level 2 fire spells, basically. So level 2 spells. Ignore all this and just go up the steps. These people disappear. You can jump between buildings here. Go inside here. Take out that Veil Dancer. Save and learn Rising Phoenix, which is another Blitz. My second, it's just you can see different people tell you different times. They're all lying to you. Always search out the pots. You find stuff sometimes. An ether. We got a Veil Dancer again. We can take her out pretty quick here. So Locke lost his life there. We already talked to that guy. So what you want to do now is we gotta deal with this. Steal from the Gigas. Couldn't steal. Again, hard to steal because they're... If you take out enough hit points, they don't cast Magnitude 8 when you kill them. And jump back between over to this building and continuing along. There is a really good weapon for Sabin in this building. If you can get it, I recommend it. If you miss it, it's not the end of the world, because most of the time you're doing blitzes with Sabin anyway. So, good deal. Preemptive strike. Don't want to waste the magic. There we go. And we're coming up on some lone guy standing at the top. Wonder what he's all about. We'll find out. Ah, I screwed that up. The blitzes are great, but if you forget about if you do them wrong, they don't do anything. So we chainsaw, did an instant kill. Again, you have a 25% chance of an instant kill with a chainsaw. Edgar's Mithril Spear took care of that guy. Here is the Burning Fist. So this is a really good weapon for Sabin. It takes his attack up to 148. Like I said, though, if you don't see that door there and just keep going, don't even worry about it. 9 times out of 10, you're doing blitzes with Sabin anyway. Alright. So nothing to do in here. Let's talk to this guy. He's saying he should let us pass, but we all know that in Zozo everyone lies. So this is Dadaluma boss fight. So with Edgar, use the drill. With Locke, just attack. With Celeste, do Blizzard and heal. And with Sabin, just do Blitz or Aura Blast. You can alternatively do the chainsaw. Just keep in mind that if it gets that 25% chance where it does an instant kill, it will not work on this guy. He only has about 3,000 hit points, so he is not very strong. But he does use high potions. But he does waste a round when he does that, so... Protect just ups his defense. But only against normal physical attacks. Other stuff like tools and that don't do anything to... But even still, he loses 200 hit points. I screwed up the blitz command there. He calls some Iron Fists, which are not bad. They give you more experience. And we're back on the assault here. He jumped. I'll have to take this opportunity to... well, we don't really need to heal anybody. Get Celeste some magic back. There he is. And there we go. We beat Dadaluma in Final Fantasy VI Final Fantasy III United States Pixel Remaster. Twist headband. And with that beat, let's go ahead up into this room. And there are some super good treasure chests on the side here. Hermes sandals. As a little reward for coming this far. And an explosion. And lo and behold, it's Terra in her morphed form. Ramuh. Ramuh is an Esper. Espers fought humans who had been infused with magical power, so that was the War of the Magi. Gestalt the Emperor. So Ramuh was the one who called Terra here when she lost control. Terra is half human, half Esper. So Castal's Magatech research facility has a bunch of his kind trapped there. So Castal knows how to drain an Esper's power by force, but that's not the way to unlock their potential. Once we become Magicite, can our strength be transferred in full? Magicite is the Esper's power in its purest form. When an Esper dies, the Magicite is what's left. And it allows them the wearer, to get the magic that is learned by the Magicite. Obtained Ramuh Magicite. Catsith. Siren. Kieran. Alright. So if we go to abilities, and then go to Espers, you can see Ramuh, Judgment Bolt, Holy Aura, what happens if you use the Espers. So we're going to go ahead and equip Ramuh on Locke. Actually, no, let's do this. Let's give Locke Kieran. Her to learn Ramuh stuff. He'll learn Siren. And Sabin can learn Cat's Teeth. So if you look at Magic Acquired with the Espers, that's how you do it. So Kieran will learn Cure, Cura, Region, Poison, Poisona, which is on... Actually, I want her to have that because she already knows Cure, so she'd be a good one to learn the other ones here. Let's have him learn Ramuh, Kieran. Siren teaches Sleep, Silence, Slow, and Fire. All useful stuff. Catsith, Confuse, Imp, and Float. So, I'm going to give Catsith the Sabin because he is the strongest party attacker with his blitzes and will not use magic that much anyway. Alright, so now that we've done that, our party is here. So as luck would have it, you don't have to walk back out of Zozo. Dealing with the fights, you can see this little cutscene here. So Celeste is going to go to the Empire. She knows it inside and out. So Celeste and Locke are required to go. So as you can see, you cannot change that. So we're going to take Edgar and Sabin, basically our original party that we had before. Cyan and Gao will remain back in Narsh. So Locke is pretending. Alright, so let's go ahead here, change our order back to what it was. Okay. We are good. So we'll be back at Zozo. So with that, we can go ahead here and save. Now, what you want to do is fight every fight to get up some levels and some magic spells. Start learning some magic. You'll see that things have changed when you fight and win a fight. I'll show you what I mean by that. So you see you get that thing called Magic AP right there. That gives you ability points. And when you get up to the ability points that's described in the Espers, you learn the spell. And after you learn all the spells associated to an Esper, you can remove the Esper from you and give it to someone else. So let's go ahead here back into Jidoor and go and stay at the inn. If I can find it. We can pay a visit to the big house. And you'll see this guy is all upset. He thinks we're someone called Maria. She's like, who's Maria? He dropped a letter. The man is the director of the troupe that performs at the opera house. He's the Impresario. Dear Miss Maria, I've decided to take you as my wife, so I'll be coming to kidnap you, the wandering gambler. Wandering gambler is none other than someone who has an airship. This is Setzer, a gambling vagabond who finds freedom from society's narrow views of morality aboard his airship, the Blackjack. This is Setzer. So again, like you can others, you can change his name. I leave it the same. That would be Setzer, owner of the world's only airship. If we had that airship, we'd have our way to the Empire. So, that's basically what we need to do next, is figure out how to get an airship and a meeting with Setzer. So I will show you that here. We're going to go ahead here, stay at the inn. $250 a night. Alright. So let's go head outside and we'll save and then get ready to head down to the opera house where the Impresario runs his show. Alright, so heading south now, we'll head down to the opera house. So at this point, before you tackle the opera house, you should have fought around a little bit and gotten up some levels and learned some spells from your Espers, which I have. I don't obviously show you that because it's repetitive. Basically, transfer the Espers around to get up levels. Let everybody learn a couple spells. Celeste being your primary magic user should be the focus. So here is the opera house. Before we do this, let's go and save. So here is the Impresario. Setzer's coming to snatch the girl. We're going to switch out Maria for Celeste. There's Ultros, meddling in our affairs again. Here comes the start of the opera. You can see all the people watching. Locke, Edgar, and Sabin come to enjoy the show. The war between the East and the West. Locke's gonna go check on things in the dressing room. So the dressing room was up here in the northeast corner. Who's this? It's Celeste as Maria. Locke's dodging questions. So we want to go ahead here and check the score. Scene 1. So remember this. Oh my hero, my beloved, shall we be made to part? The promises of perennial love, yet sing here in my heart. I'm the darkness, you're the starlight, shining brightly from afar. Through hours of despair, I offer this prayer to you, my evening star. Must my final vows exchanged be with him and not with you? Were you only here to quiet my fear? Oh, speak, guide me anew. This is where you pick up the flowers, climb the stairs, and toss the bouquet from the highest balcony. Be sure to finish by the end of the interlude. There isn't much time before the start of Scene 2. Impresario. Scene 2. Alright, so once you've done that, you can go here and go in the door and out to start our scene. So hopefully you remembered the score, because here you have to use it. Here you want to select the first one, Oh My Hero. I'm the Darkness. Must My. And those are the three that you have to do. So it's Oh My Hero, I'm the Darkness, Must My. So now we're going to throw the bouquet off the roof. So Celeste is going to go meet Prince Ross, or Maria, sorry. Alright. So we got through that. Oh, what's this? Ultros. Uh-oh. We gotta tell the Impresario. Ultros is up to something. The Western survivors attack. Draco. Draco's still alive. That. So what's Ultros gonna do? It's gonna take him 5 minutes to push that thing off. So we gotta hightail it. So what you want to do is book it up to the northeast room. Talk to the stagehand. Lower the switch on the far right. That opens the door to the roof, the rafters, above the stage. So what you want to do then is book it super fast to this other side over here. You would equip the speed shoes, but if you're playing on the Pixel Remaster version, all you gotta do is switch it to run mode. This door will be open. And then you gotta fight your way through these rats. Take out the gold rat first. It's not very hard to do. And then concentrate on the others. So have Edgar use a chainsaw on the gold rat. Have attack with lock, blitz, raging fist. You'll see these guys will fall super quick. The reason I say take out the gold rat first is if you don't, he can call for reinforcements if you kill the green two. Same deal. Oh. Actually, no. Let's try auto crossbow. Should take out that rat. And that one. And the last one. So as you can see, they're not very difficult. Just more of the same. Ah, I messed that up. I was going to do the fire blitz, but I screwed it up. Preemptive strike. Nice. Let's target that. Alright, so we made it up to the top. So let's heal up here. Using whatever we got to heal. We'll have the ability to get more stuff later. And here we've reached Ultros. We've all fallen down onto the stage. We're gonna fight Ultros here with some awesome opera music. Here we go. So, with Ultros this fight, do not use Blitz or Bushido on him. He will do Acid Rain on you. You have a choice of Chainsaw or Drill. I prefer the Drill because Chainsaw has a 25% chance of doing no damage. As you can see, that was easy. Edgar's attack, or sorry, Saban's attack can sometimes one-hit this guy. Super quick, super easy. And now we get to enjoy the opera cutscene with the introduction of our boy Setzer. And that is the end of the opera. You receive nothing for that Ultros fight. We are now being held hostage in Setzer's airship. Here's Setzer. So we've regained control. Here, as you can see, we have our party back. So let's check our abilities real quick here, because I believe that we are done with Ramuh and Siren. Warlock. Let's see. Yep, so we can remove that. She's still working on Kieran. He is still working on Katsith. And he is still working on Ramuh. Alright. So, we have to just wait a little bit here. Celeste becomes his wife. So we're going to flip a coin. If it heads, Setzer has to help. If it's tails, Celeste will marry him. Here it goes. Heads, tails, Celeste wins. Double-headed coin before. All right. We're going to land a safe distance away. We're heading towards the island where Vector is, and the Empire's base of operations. So you get this fancy looking cutscene here that you never see again. Alright, so we have landed. So with that said, we are going to save our game here and end this part of our playthrough of Final Fantasy VI, Final Fantasy III US Pixel Remaster. I hope everyone enjoyed this video. As always, please click that like button and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm going to have the next part of our playthrough of this amazing game coming soon. Thanks a lot, everybody, and I will see you around. Keep on gaming.